Okay, Jack, let's have a look at your design. Um, okay, my first impression is it's a bit small. It really is a bit small. You seem to do a little bit of everything, but not a lot of anything, which is a bit disappointing. You've had a lot of time on this. Um, okay, you have a rough overall design. Um, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't massively make sense unless you know the system. Uh, it doesn't really sort of jump out at me about what your system's going to be doing. But let's keep going. Your IPSO, I hope, isn't complete. Certainly when I look at the processes here, I'm pretty sure the inputs and outputs must be too low. Also, if I can see the storage, you've got some things in storage that aren't in inputs and outputs, so that can't be a complete table. Okay, let's have a little look at the modular design. This hopefully will give me a little bit more information. Really like this. You've got an admin side and a game side. The thing that is worrying me a lot is that you're not got a game. It's a quiz, and that's pretty inappropriate. Even if you get quite a good quiz, it's still going to be a bit pants. Now, it might be that you can get the complexity high enough, but we'll have a look. What's up on this table? I don't know if that was you or me. What's going on? Right, let's have a look. So you've got... Let's move this out of the way a bit. So you've got a fairly small data dictionary. Annoyingly, there isn't even the limited range of stuff you've got above, but it looks sensible. Okay, that's fine. Certainly your format's fine, but also your completion table, but it's obviously woefully missing lots. Validation is a bit pants actually. I'd expect for you to use a much more sophisticated technique. Ask me about a couple of ways you can make your validation a bit more simple, but you've got the idea. At the end of the day, that's you've put a table in there about verification and validation. Child question. Just give me a second. Okay, so you're make sure that's running. So you've tried to describe your questioning system, which is fine, and this is also okay. I think I've looked through it a couple of times. The thing that worries me about this is it doesn't have an output, as in it doesn't have a finish, so it's not an algorithm. This is your play loop basically, isn't it? And this is a sort of, you've got two nice algorithms there, but it's nowhere near enough to make it complex, Jack. I'm really worried you've turned this into a quiz rather than a game. You've got to whack in something substantial in terms of gameplay. Okay, yeah, lovely. You've done that. That's fine. You've got a password system, which is I don't know if you downloaded it, but it's a fairly standard password system. You've got some really nice administrative forms, which I really like. That's lovely. You've got a little bit of screenshottage, which is okay. You're going to do it in terms of OOP, which of course will add to your complexity, and your system is screaming out for that, so that's fine. System security is alright. Your little design and a decision table there, which is good. Okay, so you're then at least being honest about what still needs to be done. I think my biggest worry is that you've got you're possibly aiming too low in terms of, I've got no idea what at the moment what you're planning to actually show the kids. I know what you were talking about, but it seems like you've got so wrapped up with the sort of difficulty algorithm that you've kind of forgotten that you're going to create a game. Crucially, you've got kids that can't read, so quizzes are going to be tricky. I'm very curious how you're going to deliver this, and I've got not even a hint in your design, so I'm a bit worried. Alright, let's have a quick look at this. That was okay. Not those two aren't brilliant. Well, that's partially complete. You haven't really done that, actually. Partially complete. Do you know what? I don't know whether you're going to do files or database. If the database there was no normalization, if it was a file structure, I didn't know it either. So I'm going to hit X for that. That obviously wasn't there, but I don't know if that was there. That wasn't there either. Partially complete. I'm being quite kind, saying partially complete. Again, partially complete. You did a little bit. Partially complete. A little bit. Sample of planned data. Yeah, I know it says sample, but it needs to be a bigger sample than what you've done. Oh, you didn't annotate. Oh, I should have picked that up. Yeah, sorry. I mean, okay, you put a little bit of blurbage, but I'm expecting arrows in here and saying, what does this do? Actually, this one is fairly dull, but I need to have a little bit more annotation than what I've got. So yeah, really specific, focused annotation. Let's hit X for that. I didn't see any output. X. Description of measures, plan security. That was all right. Okay. Description of measures, plan. What? The same as before. Okay. Very partially complete. All right, Jack. You know that's not really good enough. And I actually think you probably know what you've got to do. So I really need to see that. I want that sorted out in the next week or so, and I want to see it. Right, cheers.